Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show.
No.
IHT Human Performance.
Timber chances right now. Alright,
we're not allowed to have energy in the morning, Jared?
no, we can. Alright, we're
This is the one drinking the ghost.
hey.
Yeah.
I haven't had it yet.
Look at this guy.
Let me break. But alright, we're headed to the Auburn hotel to work with LSU, Chris Martin. We're heading there right now. He said go there for breakfast, so we literally have like a 5-minute drive to the hotel. Get some breakfast. I think we're gonna work on this kid right away. I'm not too sure. I kind of forgot what the plan is, but yeah.
Yeah.
We only see
I'm
mature things.
very excited. I know Jared's very excited. This is a great opportunity for us, for our company, for Shop ID Hide, for pretty much everybody involved. For the kid that we're working on. Shout out Pat. Shout out Pat Robles.
Shout out Pat Robles.
This would have never happened without Pat Robles, and he's an animal, an absolute animal. He's the one that connected us with Chris initially, and we hopped on a call with Chris. We had a long conversation about training. Chris is a very good coach. I mean, first of all, he's sprint-based baseball, right? Like, he's sprinting pitchers, he's sprinting everybody involved, right? Like, a really good coach. Seriously.
Come on now.
He loves the infinity drill, and we might, include a little bit of that today in this process. We'll see how it goes, but man, I'm just so excited to meet Chris in person, meet the LSU staff, and work on some of their players, hopefully get some good results and see what happens.
That's the only thing I'll say is they need to be like, all right, like it's not like necessarily skeptical openness, but like, hey man, like I want to like do this.
Right.
Type of openness.
Right.
Thank you, Chris.
Make sure I got everything before
I got it.
I have my key, like.
I make sure. Oh, dude, he is terrible with keys.
Oh my god.
I've lost many hotel keys.
Chris, I meant to ask you, or should I ask you this before? You got any LSU shirts for us?
Right now, not
Sorry,
on
I had
me.
to ask.
Not on me, but I can get you guys some.
That'd be sick.
Do a return in the mail for
Yeah.
the one. I actually have my IHT shirt with me.
Nice.
I did laundry right before. Custom, do laundry in the morning, throw it in a suitcase and head out.
I mean, when you're traveling every other weekend.
Fold it up.
Yeah.
Boom, it's coming with me.
I like that.
Yeah, we were on the road last weekend. Then we had a road game Tuesday at Nichols.
We saw a picture of Jared Jones taking a piss at a porta potty.
Helmet on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's some junior college baseball right there. Did he got the picture taken of him doing that?
No, just the fact that he had to go out to the stands to.
With his helmet on, full jersey, go to a porta potty.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty upset too.
Jay went out a couple times, and like he tries to like run in the bathroom real quick and then get back before the inning starts. A couple times like, there's a line, so he like turn around and hold it. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like it's just showing like how everything is like reacting more than anything else. We're not going to crank him. Like the training was literally just to show.
Yeah. No, he had an appointment with one of the doctors that he's seen at some point, who just brought him up into like a straight leg raise, and he said he was feeling pretty good going into that day, and then after that, like for like
All we're going to do is pick his feet up and turn his legs in. I'm just going to see where his IR is, and then fix it real quick. It's just super quick fix for that, just to show like, hey, here's what's going on, and it really helps for buy-in too. So.
What's up, Nickelodeon?
How are we doing?
Good. Heading over to Hid here.
Yeah, 10 minutes or so?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Catch you guys at 11:30.
Definitely.
All right.
That was terrible. Don't put that in there.
Yeah. Cut that.
Cut that.
What's up, Chris? These are the guys that are going to work on.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Jared?
Ezra.
Nice to meet you.
Zach.
Ezra.
Nice to meet you.
David.
Ezra.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You were at TCU, weren't you?
I was. You were at TCU?
Yeah.
I think I recognize you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I saw you there one time.
Yeah. Was it this past summer?
Yeah, I was there in the summer and the fall.
I could drove by through TCU on the way back to Charlotte.
Hell yeah. Cool. What's up, fellas?
Dude.
Alright, so it's going right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you going too? Oh, okay.
Dude, we'll get back to
Do you
it.
have your programs?
I'll go get them.
You got Dad's gonna lift, and I think Dorsey's coming too.
Okay.
So. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
See you 10:30 or 11:30.
11:30. Yeah. See you guys.
See you, Boston. Holy
piss.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on some shorts when we get back.
I know. I'm putting on fucking shorts too. It feels like $3 million outside. $3 million. $3 million.
Dude, I love how Chris was like, yeah, I brought the IHT shirt with me.
Beast.
Beast.
What an absolute dog.
That guy. Beauty of a day out here.
Let's hope I didn't get a ticket.
We're gonna go back in your truck's not even gonna be there.
I'm gonna be so pissed if they take
took
my
it,
truck.
Jared.
If they take my truck, I'm gonna be so mad. Auburn Athletics Complex, you think that's it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll go there after.
Dude,
Yeah,
look at this
no.
ball field.
No, that's just the indoor.
Jared, look at this ball field.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Look
this
how
is
beautiful
crazy.
that looks.
Hey, Chris Martin wasn't kidding when he said this is one. He was told this is one of the best fields.
He said this in USC.
Well, the thing is, we live like an hour and a half from USC.
Well, was he talking about Southern California or Southern Carolina?
Probably South Carolina because he was talking about SEC.
There's gonna be no audio.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy, oh, pal. Welcome to Tiger Terrace.
Keep going. I'm taking a picture of this. Or fucking eagle.
Hold on.
I'm trying to think of who I can call to get a
Daddy has a vision. Jared, what I want you to do is I want you to stand like right here, and I just want you to walk forward along this sidewalk. That's what I want you to do.
right here.
Yeah, now just walk forward.
Okay, this is what the building looks like. All right, oh, there it is, right over there. That's it right there. Let's try and get in.
I definitely think the biggest douchebag right now.
You know what we should do? We should log into our NSCA profiles, just walk in there.
It's not gonna. They'd laugh at us. If somebody came up, I would literally, I would start capping.
Dude, I
You're like, you're CSCS? Are you kidding me?
You guys are CSCS? You don't look like you lift.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I can run with 20 keys.
Dude, an ML Mercedes, are you kidding me? Poverty.
It's an AMG though.
Get a GLE.
All right, dude. I actually want to see if we can just walk in there. Like, hey, we're working.
I got
know,
Papa news.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to try, all right?
No, it doesn't hurt to try.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And that's fact.
Does Matt Gerber follow you, or do you just follow him? Oh, like you're direct. Can you call Cal right now then?
Bro, I'm not calling Cal to get us into Auburn.
This campus is beautiful. I don't know about y'all, but this campus is beautiful.
Speaking of Cal, I'm gonna call his ass right now. No, not for this, bro.
I'm gonna call I'll call Garrett, see if he can get us in. He's the Garrett Plumley strength coach at Nebraska Baseball. Oh, what's up, buddy?
Oh, buddy, oh,
This is a sick setup, dude. You got so many wires hanging out of that thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't get stopped at TSA with it.
Bro, you got more attachments on your strap right there than a Navy SEAL, buddy.
Dude,
Look at all that.
This is my war zone.
Got a f***ing handle on it. Dude, you probably replaced damn near everything on that camera except for the camera itself. I mean, like, you got every single attachment. You got the grip. You got the f***ing red dot. You got the you got the sights.
Buddy.
Got everything on there, G.
How's your holy piss? You texted me about a guy the other day, did you? And I feel like an asshole.
I gotta drop a War Eagle right now. I gotta drop a Tomahawk somewhere around here. Jesus.
All right, so we went to the rec center. We found out where the football performance center is. We're gonna see, the odds of us getting in there are gonna be super, super slim. But we're gonna see if we can get in there. Just at least take a look around or something. I mean, I know at least at TCU, if you had said, hey, I own a facility or I work in SNC. I mean, first of all, at TCU you could just get into the building kind of whenever. But you know, if there was a guy who was like, hey, I work in the field, I want to come take a look, usually they'd be pretty cool about it. That was Big 12, this is obviously SEC, so I'm not entirely sure. But hey, it's worth a shot. The worst thing they can say is no. And I mean, you know, if we get in there, that's great. You know, Zach and Matt Gerber follow each other on Instagram, so hopefully, you know, I doubt he's gonna even know us, but, and hey, it's better than nothing. So we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully we get in there, hopefully we get to, you know, chop it up with Matt Gerber for a little bit, or maybe some of the other strength coaches there, but yeah, let's see what happens.
You're so professional. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen somebody so professional in front of
Dude,
the camera
we need
before.
Zach was right, we need a Patreon of like the unedited.
This unedited cut.
So she said, keep going straight.
Yeah, here's the aquatic center.
Yeah, she said, oh, another coach. Hit him up. She said, follow it, right?
Yeah, she was like, you go past
it,
the aquatic center and then you take a right. But
dude,
shout out Hutch, shout out LVN Productions for creating High Res brand shirt that I'm wearing right now. Shout out.
Dude, also, this campus is insane. Like, dude, I thought TCU's campus was beautiful, and it is, but this is
crazy.
Dude, every building here is just massive.
Daddy Jared walking around the Auburn campus. Boss man.
See, honestly, stuff like this makes me like want to work in college, but then I just remember all the hours, and it's just like, it's great. Like, it's super fun. You're with the team, you get to travel the country. Like, it's dope. But I mean, dude, it's so just grueling on your social life, on your relationship. I mean, people do it. Not to say, like, there are successful people who, you know, have successful families, relationships, you know, they have a good work-life balance, but man, I mean, it's just a lot, and I don't know, yeah. Not really I mean, it was for me, but there's other things I want to do with my life that, you know, working in the college sector, you know, I don't think would, you know, this is it, yeah. I don't think working in the college sector would allow me to do the things I want to do. So, yeah. Zach, you hit him up? You said you had another coach here? Yeah. Football or Olympic?
We'll see. Women's soccer.
Dude, this is crazy. This is the football weight room. I mean, when your rival is Alabama, you better have a damn good weight room. Did Gerber take square one?
Jared, I don't want to walk in here and go, hey, we know Matt Gerber, let us in here.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Let's just see. Let's just be like, hey, can we look around? I'm not gonna. No, I'm joking about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. No,
If we know Matt Gerber. This is just my opinion. If somebody came to like the weight room that I was running and was like, hey, I know this dude, never met him before, I'd be like, yeah.
Kick rocks, pal.
Yeah, you can kick.
No, but if someone came by and was like, hey man, you know, I work in SNC, you just want to take a look around.
My ankles are getting a little commanding.
Dude, that thing was moving.
Yeah, dude. They don't f around. I might be faster than your Q60.
Might be.
But it is beautiful out here. Outside feels like $1 million.
Even their golf carts are nice.
That's how you know you're at a good campus. If they have nice golf carts, it's a nice campus.
For sure.
What up? War Eagle.
Love that. I love that. That's definitely a coach.
100%.
Coach, you wanna?
Also lit. I'd love that guy to be my coach. That's the type of reaction I love right there. You know?
That's going in there for sure.
100%.
Go Tigers.
And it was super cinematic on my monitor, too.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I got doors. Go Tigers.
Hey, we can't forget, we gotta get a testimonial from Chris.
Yeah.
You know, Square One and IHT. Dude, that is ridiculous.
All right, we got Malorie Henderson. No, that's not her name. Malorie Henderlong. She's the soccer S&C coach.
What'd she say?
We can pop by after they're done with practice. And they leave for the game.
You know what time that is?
About 4:10.
That's perfect. We go there and then go head to the game.
Yep.
Good job, Zach Jungles.
Connections.
That's why we hired him right here. Just the connections. Has nothing to do with his
Nothing
coaching
to do with
ability.
S&C or
Nothing
anything.
S&C, nothing. We're
We
just
only hired him because he knows people.
yeah.
I just DM'd her on Instagram. I'm like, what's up?
They didn't
can we,
Jared didn't hire me
we
for
pop
camera
out?
stuff. He just hired me because I know baseball players. It's the only reason he hired me.
Hey, great work, everyone. All right, let's go check out the football field.
Hell yeah.
What'd you say? You're just like, hey, like,
I was just like, we're here working with some baseball players. We'll be here all night. Like,
The cinematic vlog for Instagram is gonna be unreal.
yeah.
I hope you understand that, Jared Slater.
I'd like to get like a quick 3-minute interview, 4-minute, 5-minute interview with her, because she actually posts really good content. Shout out Malorie. She's lifting really heavy. I mean, she's split squatting 350 pounds. Like, she's strong, bro. And
want to ask about
good
strength
athlete.
development in soccer?
Yes, I definitely want to ask her a lot of questions, kind of pick her brain about her coaching philosophy. See, here's the thing about the S&C. You know, if you're not too familiar with the industry, we unfortunately don't have a ton of females that are in the industry right now, and we need more, right? Because it's such an underrepresented population in the field, and so people like Malorie are super important, you know, for this field. I've coached with a lot of female coaches, and they love it, and they do a great job. So, you know, it's a very underrepresented population in the industry, and they definitely, you know, need to be heard. So hopefully we can get a quick little interview with her, maybe 5 minutes, just sort of ask her questions about what her philosophy is. You guys should check her out on Instagram, Malorie Henderlong. Don't know her handle, but she's been posting some great content here.
Yeah, we'll put it in there.
Dude, I want to ask about it's such an aerobic dominant sport, how you do strength training.
Yeah, and speed training.
And speed. Like, obviously, you know, the way we program, you know, we're able to take care of fill all those buckets. But it's interesting to hear about someone, you know, because I mean, what they teach us in school is that every energy system is activated after another, but we all know now, well, we know that every energy system is always constantly working, just at a different degree depending on the task you're trying to do. But in a sport that relies so heavily on the aerobic system, you know, you're going to have some give and take in your strength development when you have such a high demand on the aerobic system. So I'm really interested to see what she has to say about, you know, strength development in the sport where, you know, your gas tank essentially makes or breaks you. You know, kind of what we talk about. It doesn't matter how many times you can repeat the bout or how good your bout is if you can't do it. You can't do it over and over and over again.
Yeah, like if you have a 40-inch vertical, but you can only do it once, like, you're no use. You're no use on the court. You're no use on the field. You got to be able to do that over and over and over again.
But
with
coach,
a very high quality. Hey man, if you're jumping to 40, you're in a good spot. But if you can only do it once, that's what you're missing.
Dude, it would be. I know this is really pushing it with Matt. This is really pushing it. But,
No,
hey, we're gonna.
the answer's no.
Can we get lifting on Saturday?
Well, if he responds, yeah.
No, not Gerber, Malorie.
Oh, Malorie.
Like, hey, we're here. We can say,
She
hey,
won't be here though.
honestly, I think with this kid too, if he has a bulging disc, I think we should do RPR on him as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it's not gonna hurt, right? I mean, it's gonna hurt him, but he'll feel fine. He'll honestly feel probably a lot better after. Because the thing I mean, we say it all the time, but RPR, when you combine it with square one, it works so good. Like, it works so well. I've even convinced a few people that took the workshop in Massachusetts to also take RPR online, and they're gonna mix the two together. When you mix good things together, recipe always comes out good. So you just gotta know how to mix them. That'd be a mixologist.
It's the dosage that makes the poison.
Yeah.
You're probably heading back to that hotel right now.
Yeah.
Finished the session with the athlete. Unfortunately, weren't able to get this athlete completely out of pain. Did have some pretty good improvements in range of motion. Pain, he seemed to be more comfortable. I'll say, didn't really, I mean, it really sounds like this guy, you know, needs more than just spur one. But right now we're gonna go meet with one of the strength coaches for, I believe, women's soccer, and yeah, gonna go see what's going on. I'm just gonna park right here.
Still navigating the whole school.
But
Really.
you like it here so far? I mean, the campus is beautiful.
Yeah, the campus is really pretty. I actually live on 8 minutes off campus on the street. So I literally just drive straight into work.
Yeah.
And then the soccer building's there. My office is through that glass there.
Oh, this is your office right here?
Yeah. So,
Let's go.
yeah. But, I mean, we have everything we need, right? Like, we're in, like, the process of, so Jordan, the AD of, sports performance, right? So all of our boss.
Yeah.
She got hired in August to like kind of take over the department, right? I worked with her at UNC.
Okay.
So I did a part-time position, you know how it goes, part-time pay, full-time hours, straight out of my GA position, understanding that, right, UNC is the pinnacle of college women's soccer, like women's college soccer.
Yeah.
Met Jordan. She was the first female strength coach I worked with. So then when she got the job here, I took my moving boxes to her house because I moved to North Carolina when she was leaving, and she's like, "Come to Auburn." I was like,
Oh,
no.
that's
I was
awesome.
Like, I start work tomorrow at NC State. I'm not coming to Auburn. And then, so we went through the season,
Yeah.
and then there was the new soccer staff was hired here, and they just had a specific vision for what they wanted out of the performance coach. Pretty like demanding, right? And so they moved some things around. This position was created for only women's soccer, and then. Right, my other role is to kind of help build a sports science department because we don't have one. But I think that's a really large task. I think it's a gray area still of like, what does that mean, right? What is a sports science department? Who's in what roles? What do those roles encompass? So really just trying to like lay the groundwork.
Yeah.
Of
I mean, that's what
You
we're
guys,
learning.
right? I mean, we're
doing
our own.
We're our own
sports
sports science. I mean, luckily we have a guy who's with the Ashes and Phillies that's like building out the behind all the data behind the scenes. But as we're learning, it's tough to really get a sports science thing
even
going.
for us, it just means like each performance coach on our staff, what are your KPIs for your sports team, right? And so that's where we're starting. Like, okay, what are your 3 KPIs? You got to have 3. What are they? Okay, what's the frequency of testing? Right now, we're working with our doctors in athletic training, so that when athletes come in and do physicals, they're going to come straight in here and test their KPIs, right? They're going to be on the force plates, NORD board, force frame. Maybe someone has a push-up test, pull-up test, you know. If it's appropriate, we'll warm up and do some of our sprints and like speed work then too, right? We're not going to be like, hey, we're running a beep test today.
Day one, running beep test.
Right, but then just so we have those data collection points for our athletes. And
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota, Rochester, Minnesota. So,
Oh, this summer, Cal Dietz and Chris Corfus are
Yeah.
hosting Revolutions in Speed 2.
yep.
You should come.
Wait.
It's gonna be sick.
It's going to be July 19th, July 19th, 20th. So
Okay.
if you can make it,
I'll look
love to
into,
see
you
you
know, June 30th, my life is taken over by soccer ball and 18 and 22-year-old hormonal women.
That's crazy.
But is it a Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, during that time is like our voluntary.
Oh, you're like a
training.
volleyball.
Yeah,
Volleyball.
preseason starts July 29th, but all the girls report back June 30th, and we'll just train Monday through Friday.
Right.
Conditioning, you know, whatever. Okay, so now you're opening the gym.
Yeah.
You're the
I was
director of strength and conditioning.
Assistant director of performance.
I was gonna work in college.
And you're the camera guy or what?
Yeah.
I was already gonna work in college. I was gonna reach out to Zach and be like, hey, put some feelers out. And then a week later, I was like, I'm just gonna start my own facility.
That's awesome.
And then another like 2 weeks later,
It's
I called
probably
Zach.
the better decision at this rate.
I would like a work-life balance.
I'm like, the direction college athletics is going, I don't think it's a good one.
No.
So,
Did you work at Dickens' facility?
no.
So, no.
No, because his facility was not as big
wasn't.
as it is now.
Really?
I remember we moved equipment from like one really small place to another place, and he wasn't
Were
in
you a
that.
part of that team that had to move all of the Stairmasters and
No.
that wasn't
No,
with your class?
that was not my class.
That class was.
But yeah, he wasn't in the facility he's in now. So I think because at the time, one of the other GAs, his name's Chase Barber. He's at South Alabama now, redhead guy. He was working at Dickens' facility because at the time I don't think he had as many people like working over there because maybe it wasn't as big. I'm not sure, but Yeah. Well, it was nice meeting y'all. Y'all
It
are
was
here
so
till when?
nice to meet you too, Mallory.
When are you here
Yeah.
till?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay, well, I don't get back till like
Great to meet you.
7 p.m.,
Good to meet
maybe
you.
8 p.m. tomorrow night.
We
But
got it.
it
We
was
got
nice to meet y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a stranger. Reach out. So, and then I'll see if
Absolutely.
I can come in July.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, see y'all.
Yeah,
Good
nice to meet you,
ya.
Mallory. Dude, that's actually kind of insane that's like, dude, I always forget how big Dakin's tree is. Shout out Joe Padula.
Yeah. Big shout out to Joe Money Padula. That dude, friggin' one of the bright minds in S&C. We're definitely gonna have to get him down to do a little. You know, we could do like a.
You do an
we could do
IHT
like
coaches clinic.
We could do like an IHT coaches clinic with Padula. I think Malorie would be a really good person because we didn't get to ask her any questions
I know.
about her programming. I wish we had more time because I really wanted to know like what her programming looks like. And yeah, God, she seems like such a
She's
great
really smart.
coach. Yeah, I'm happy that she is in the position that she wants. And the fact that the AD, she knew the AD already, I bet that makes her job so much, okay, not easier, but I bet that makes her job so much better just knowing that she's got the support from the AD,
my God,
right?
dude, that is, dude.
Because if the AD hates
No,
you,
dude.
you're
Dude,
you know?
college, dude, in college, if that you have to be on the AD side, or the AD has to support you, dude. Like,
Because like if the coach doesn't like you but the AD likes you, it's like you're
doesn't
staying,
matter.
right?
Yeah.
If the coach and the AD don't like you, you're
gone.
You're gone. See ya.
Because at least if the coach doesn't like you and the AD likes you, the AD might vouch for you and say, "Hey, I really think you should keep this guy."
Right.
Yep.
All right, so we are about to head out to the game. Hi, stop breaking the camera. We're gonna go watch LSU play Auburn. Shout out Chris Martin for the tickets here.
Shout out Big C Martin.
This will be Zach's
That boy.
first college game, and you
First
get to,
college baseball
and you get
game.
to watch an SEC conference game.
I don't think D3 counts.
No, that isn't count.
First
I love
SEC
everybody at St. John's. That's not a knock, but at first SEC baseball game.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
I'm
see you
fired up.
guys after the game. To breakfast with Chris Martin right now.
See money.
We're gonna head
Shut
out.
up.
We're gonna head back to Charleston probably around like 1 or 2 o'clock today. Just gonna see, maybe we can work on some more guys. See how it goes. I really am interested in the guy I worked on yesterday to see how he slept, because that was a big thing, is that he just was very uncomfortable sleeping due to what he had going on. So hopefully we were able to clean some of that stuff up. And, we're just hoping he slept better. Talk to Chris, see if we can, again, like I said, work on some other guys. And then
First,
Go
let's
home.
have some coffee.
But yeah, first I'm gonna have probably 3 more coffees.
The coffee in this
yeah.
hotel is really
Because here's the thing, when you get your CSCS, there's like this pact you make with the NSCA is that you will have a severe caffeine addiction.
is that part of it?
And or nicotine.
Is that part of it?
That is part of the CSCS.
I didn't know that was part of the CSCS.
It's in the very, very, very fine print.
it's like what happens if like you don't get a caffeine addiction?
Once
Do they
you pass,
revoke it?
when you pass, you basically get this piece of paper. It tells you your score. If you look at the very, very bottom, it says, "By passing this test, I hereby subject myself to a caffeine addiction for the rest of my life." That's what it says.
It's kind of like signing your soul away,
In a way.
but like only towards like a caffeine or
In a way.
nicotine addiction.
Zach, I didn't read that part when I took mine. I should have read that part a little more carefully. Because just like talked,
Yeah.
and it's just gone. Because I'm just super interested in like speed development. Just in general, whether it's baseball, football, soccer, just because it's so important.
Yeah.
For everything.
It's funny, like, I wouldn't say, I will say I'm, like, not the world's, like, foremost expert in speed development or sprint development, but I'm I'm a generalist. Like, I can coach sprinting in a team setting. I can do some sports science stuff. I can coach this. I can help with some skill development, linking, like, very general, which I think helps, in a lot of settings, but I'm like you, like, getting better at teaching speed in a team environment for me is huge. Like, yes, it's a little bit more general. You got 15 guys going at once, but how do I get the most out of each guy within? And then how do we do that over a calendar year, in season, off season, when they're not with me, all that stuff.
It's nice to see even if pitchers don't need to sprint in their sport, that it's still important for you to do that.
Without a doubt.
Because there's a ton of sports out there that sprinting really fast might not be the make or break for them, and it might not be something that they do, but it's still important for physical development, right?
Yeah.
Like you said before, there are neural qualities. There are lots of other things that are good when you sprint that aren't necessarily you're going to be doing in your sport, right?
Ton of underpinning qualities.
Yeah.
Ton of underpinning qualities.
Most bang for your
Just
buck.
because you don't run a 40 as a pitcher doesn't mean you shouldn't sprint. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
It's as simple as that. You hear that?
Great. Awesome. Well, hey, man, thank you so much again for having us out here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the game. That was sick.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. We appreciate you.
All right, so we're heading back to Charleston now from Auburn. Honestly, really good trip. I guess the guy was saying that we worked on, because we just had breakfast with Chris, the guy we worked on told Chris that, it's like, hey, there's something to this. He's like, I feel a little better, which was fantastic to hear. Sometimes these square one sessions are, unbelievable, and there's no way it should be possible. Sometimes, they're not crazy, but they're still help. To hear that, the athlete went out of his way to say, hey, there's something to this. I actually feel a little bit better. We did have some functional outcomes that improved. He might still be sleeping.
Hey, like another thing that we talked about with Chris is that timelines are important, right? Like surgery scheduled in a week. Like if you have 3 months with an athlete combined with good rehab, maybe that produces a different outcome, right? But thankful to Chris for the opportunity either way. I mean, he's such a great coach, and he's doing such a great job with LSU. And I mean, what a good opportunity for IHT Performance. Only 3 months into the company being started, already working with LSU Baseball, so I'd say that's pretty good. What do you think, Jared?
Yeah, I mean, dude, 100%.
I think that plays.
I definitely plays. I mean, too,
Definitely.
just listening to Chris talk, dude, he's still super, super young in this field, and some of the things that he talked about during breakfast, and that we've talked about, the last 2 days that we've been here. Besides just being a really, really smart guy, I think that he just gets it. He understands each individual piece of performance and knows what he has to do. He knows what he has to do from a nutrition standpoint, from a sports science standpoint, from a strength and conditioning standpoint, from a speed standpoint. He just understands every little intricacy of what goes into peak performance, and he seems like he's able to pull the strings on whatever he needs. Now, granted, one of the big things in S&C is compliance, and in a college sector, in a college setting, you're not always going to have full compliance across the board. But with what he's able to do at LSU is, he's the man. And, again, super thankful to Chris. Again, shout out Pat Robles. Huge shout out to Big P, for the introduction. And then just Chris, just for being such a great dude. He's at the forefront of performance, and he's part of this new generation of strength coaches that are hybrid S&C coaches, hybrid sports scientists. And, he's doing a great job, and, super happy to, get a chance to him to come out here, work on his guys, work on him, and yeah, man, what a trip.
Yeah, great trip. Got to meet Malorie, coach at Auburn, coaching women's soccer. She's a great mind. Wish we had a little bit more time to talk shop in terms of her programming, but hopefully we'll get another opportunity for that in the future.
Chris Martin, strength and conditioning coach for LSU Baseball. Zach and Jared came out, helped out some of our guys and myself personally, so moving around a little bit better. These guys are top tier, not just in the square one space, but the strength and conditioning space. If you want to become a better athlete, get better at your sport, become more physically imposing, develop, these guys are the place to be in Charleston, South Carolina. Really high level stuff going on, so go check out IHT Performance.